This is the Asus TUF M4 wireless. Now I've done a review on this and I'll put the video up on one of these corners where you can check it out, the full review. But today we're going to cover the pros and cons of this mouse over a long period of about 7 months after reviewing it. Now there are a lot of good pros about it, but there's one big con that I think will be very necessary to know right now. Now going to one of the pros of this mouse is that, well, it is very light and very easy to use for gaming sessions. And it's really nice to use in the palm of your hand. I mean, you have good grip to it. And I mean, it's not too heavy or not too light for you to use for your gaming sessions, which is a good thing. I mean, the underskirts of it with basically the slide effect it has is very impressive and makes it very nice and useful to move it around on your mouse pad or even your desk. Now, one of the other pros is obviously, well, it does have that AAA battery converter, which is very useful, especially if you don't have AA batteries anymore. Now going to the cons of this M4 wireless, which is probably the most saddest part of this video because this mouse is impressive, but everything does have a flaw to it. The first con of this mouse is most definitely the battery life. Now compared to other mice like the Logitech G305, which is a little bit more expensive all around, but even the same price as this thing dies way quicker than the Logitech G305. And it's actually very weird that this mouse does drain pretty quickly. I mean, this doesn't have RGB on it, so it doesn't necessarily need to use so much power. I guess it's just the way it's been built and designed that drains a lot of power over time, but it does drain pretty quickly, which means you have to get a lot of batteries in a short period of time. And I do recommend to maybe even get rechargeable batteries for this mouse. Now, another con about this mouse is probably the armory crate that this thing does have to basically update the hardware and, you know, just keep it up to date in terms of hardware and just software. Now, when I'm talking about that, it doesn't have Armory Crate on Apple devices. So if you do plan to get to use this on a Mac device, you'll have to literally get a Windows device to update it because there's no confirmed date or time that they will be bringing Armory Crate to Apple devices so you can actually update the software and hardware about this device. Okay, now going to the final con, which I'm not too sure if it's just this unit that I have right now, but this thing stopped working literally 7 months after using it. I mean, my brother is using this most time. I mean, this is his mouse. He does allow me to review this mouse for him, but this thing died literally on the 7-month date mark when he got this, and it stopped working. The sensor's not working at all, and we literally have to get it back to the manufacturer to basically fix it or get a new one. But luckily there is a warranty, but that's one of the big cons about this right now, is that it died literally exactly 7 months afterwards. Now I'm not too sure if it's just the unit, like I said, but if it is a one-and issue with the sensor, then that is a big con because, I mean, you're spending so much money on this mouse, and it's a nice mouse, it's a very nice mouse, but if that is one issue with this mouse, then that is going to be a big drawback for a lot of consumers that want to get this mouse. Well, guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this mouse? Do you think it's just this unit I have now that has a faulty sensor that just died off basically 7 months after? Or do you think it is just a one-man issue with this device? Well, guys, if you guys do want to get this mouse at all, link is in the description. And if you do want to see the full review, it'll be up in the corner somewhere else. Well, I'll see you guys next video. Be safe as always. Have a great day.